Hey guys, it's Steve Strangio hanging out at the Long Island International Film Expo. We got two filmmakers here. We're going to find out who they are right now. Go for it.
Hello there. I am Dean Dusharme. I'm a student filmmaker. I directed and wrote Spackle, which was in the second screening block for student films. Spackle's a story about a mother and son who sort of start on opposite ends of a ship and come back and meet in the middle, and just really, it's a story about family. That's really what it is. Not the Fast and Furious, though. Not that kind of family.
Well, I mean, there can only be one family.
Not the corny family.
Yeah, there you go. All right, this gentleman right here.
And my name is Aaron Jordan Liebowitz, and I'm the producer of Spackle.
All right, so let's go more into Spackle. Tell me, you gave a brief description. Tell us more about the characters, the inspiration, stuff like that. Go for it.
Hand it off to the director.
There we go.
So, a lot of times you write and you try to tell a story that comes from yourself. And the main character in the film, Dustin, is a very shy person. He doesn't always have good relationships with people, and that includes his mom. And there's sort of a very strong disconnect between him and his mom. And the story is about that disconnect sort of being overcome by a strength of love and overcoming the hardship that his mom is facing, which is cancer.
Okay.
And it's very much a heartfelt story that has dark elements that are balanced with very lighthearted elements. And I wanted to be sure that I didn't have any of those elements step over each other.
Right.
Because I had someone come up to me and tell me that they have seen films with subject matter like mine, dealing with cancer and broken family relationships. And those films are often very dark and on one level and very serious. And in my film, I wanted to bring sort of a joyous feel to it, a little comedic at times, but also not to the point of it being inappropriate for the subject matter at hand about cancer and everything. So that was really the challenge.
It's like it's real life, and when you're in real life, it's not just one thing. So you're trying to create a leveled, multi-layered approach to it, as if and show people many sides, because cancer is horrible. That's obvious, but we're also people too, right? So you want to approach it that way, correct?
Yeah, that's very much true. It's definitely very hard to get that kind of story right.
Yeah.
And all in all, I think it's a simple story. I wanted to tell something that was straightforward, but where the emotions were complex.
Right.
Like at the end, maybe a slight spoiler, but when they sort of do come back together and really show love for each other, there's this moment where the mom asked permission to hug her son. And that was something that was brought up by the actress playing the part, who's Kylie Vernoff, who a lot of people might know from a lot of TV shows and from the famous video game Red Dead Redemption 2.
Nice.
So she plays a very important character in that game. And she's a very experienced actress. And I found it very important to listen to her. And that was her insight about the character. She brought so many little nuances.
Right.
Like a mother that's been so disconnected from her son, she might need to ask permission for something as simple as a hug.
Right.
And I really loved discovering those little moments.
Right, the little moments.
And I think you got to see a lot of that, too. I hate leaving you out of this.
Any
I'm talking way too much.
That's okay. It's important. What do you want to add to that?
I was going to say that, bringing on that point, and I think the actors especially, this is a very deep film in sense of tone. We have this very dark subject matter of cancer, of family disconnect, and then reconnection. And that tone had to be felt throughout, as long as we had those positive moments as well. We wanted to show the joy that life can bring, but in these dark times and these dark subject matters. And the actors were very professional about understanding and talking with Dean and talking with us and the entire production team and crew about what we were looking for tonally from the scene itself, from the look, and how their character had to relate to that tone, and how the character had to juxtapose that tone as well, which was very, very important. And it was also our first time, I believe, working with a SAG-AFTRA actor and dealing with all of that. And they're wonderful group of people and wonderful to work with them and to see from a production side as the producer being pulled through that as on a student short film was very interesting, and all that they were able to do for us was wonderful. And then being able to have them them on set and complement these actors who Dustin, the actor for Dustin, was much younger, and to complement these actors who were just trying to learn and kind of branch out and understand this very hard craft to master. And that connection on set really helped us develop these characters.
Right. I mean, that must be also a great learning curve for you as well, because now you're dealing with these seasoned actors, and they are they're showing you things from something that you guys created that maybe it was a discovery for you as well.
Yes, and I think that discovery is all positive, is that it doesn't bring you down when it happens, when you're able to understand that someone's at a different place or knows a little bit about, per se, again, this is being a student short and having an actress who's been in multiple television shows. They have experience of knowledge of what sets and crews are like that we just don't have at this stage, but being able to discover what that is in a positive aspect to uplift our crew and our set to make it better, where everybody can now see what is expected of us, and then therefore we can be in a position where we can bring out of the actress and all the actors on set what is most necessary to truly tell the story.
And I think actors love to work with student filmmakers as well, because it gives them a freedom to explore their craft as well. So it's more of everybody learns together.
Yes, of course, and especially knowing on student shorts, you're normally working with other actors who are not as, I would say, unionized or as well versed in different television shows or movies or been on a lot of sets, and you're able to explore through them discovery in their own acting, which was very important as a producer to see that throughout the process, knowing all these actors that were going to be on set and then meeting them, on set in person as they're acting, is that they're using each other to discover these parts to better the story.
Fantastic. All right, well, once again, the name of you guys and the name of your project.
All right, this is Aaron Liebowitz. I'm Dean Dusharme. I directed and wrote Spackle. He's the producer. And I'm really proud to be at this film festival. I think this is the biggest film festival that I've gotten into.
Man.
And I appreciate this opportunity, too.
We're happy to have you, and we're happy that you guys can actually go out there and do some networking and meet some people and get the next thing done.
That's
all right.
right.
Fantastic. All right. Fantastic. Steve Strangio, Long Island International Film Expo.